What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel Sports, Life, and Politics TV. And today, we're going to be going over this Brittney Griner situation where she got caught in Russia 5-6 months back with a marijuana vape pen. And I want to discuss some of the outrage over her sentencing. She was actually sentenced in Russia, and she received 9 years in prison in Russia. And a lot of people say she was over sentenced. What do you think? You think she was over sentenced? You know, Lil Bootsy came on, I guess it was Instagram Live or one of them lives, and he voiced his opinion. Lil Bootsy said that she received way too much time and that the United States government should be doing more. Now look, you know, not all Negroes are dumb, but sometimes in particular situations, they're ignorant. Bootsy's not a dumb nigga, but he's ignorant when it comes to geopolitics, international politics. America and Russia at this particular point in time is at war. You might say, no, they're at war. A proxy war. Well, we have a bunch of their people in prison. They have a bunch of our people in prison. And Brittney Griner just so happened to get herself caught up in that. In Russia, you can't have marijuana. That's the law. It's like America. There was a time you couldn't have crack. If your ass already had felonies and you got caught with one crack rock, you can get a life sentence. You get caught with an 8-ball, they give your ass life. I remember those times. I remember people going to jail and a man had stole out of the store and it was too much. It was over the legal amount, where it's not a misdemeanor and it's a felony, and the man ended up getting a life sentence, and it was outrage over that because it was, people deemed it unfair and unjust. But regardless of the fact, when you do breaking the law and you know what the law is, there's no way you should be doing it.
Hell is good.
Excuse me. There's no way you should be breaking the law. Bootsy's on the internet screaming and hollering like a black woman who was cheated on by her boyfriend. Bootsy has done no reading. Bootsy has done no research. Bootsy has no idea what the fuck is going on. That's plainly obvious. There are people right now locked up in Russia who are Americans who should be in line way ahead of Brittney Griner. There are people who were deemed spies. They ain't spied on nobody. There are spies who are locked up who actually spied on people. But Brittney Griner literally is at the back of the line. Brittney Griner is the same person when it came to the national anthem. She refuses to stand up. And that's okay. But goddamn it, don't expect for the United States to all of a sudden get a bunch of burst of energy to hurry up and come get you. You out your goddamn mind. And honestly, if you're a family member of a person who's been locked up in Russia for years, what do you think? Do you think Brittney Griner should supersede them, jump the line, and get in front of those people to come home because she's a WNBA player and she was guilty of having the marijuana vape pen? No matter what you say, that marijuana vape pen is illegal in Russia. And I will prove to you that she was not over sentenced. Maybe a little bit, but not like you would think. Maybe by a year or two, but not according to Russian law and what they've done before. But let's listen to Lil Bootsy. Let's listen to Lil Bootsy.
9 years for a weed case. And the USA ain't doing nothing about it. You tell me that. If that was Taylor Swift, it'll be a peace treaty, right?
This is how you know Bootsy is completely ignorant when it comes to this situation. If it was Taylor Swift, her people would have told her, hey, these are the rules, the regulations, and the laws of this particular country we're going into. This is what we can and cannot have. Marijuana vape pens are illegal. People have already went to jail over it. Hey, you cannot have it. You cannot have it. So therefore, Taylor Swift would have never been in that position in the first place. And comparing a white woman to a black woman, that's ridiculous anyway, because we're never going to be treated fairly. You have to know that. Keep the video going.
It'll be a slight, they'll be trapped in the go to war. For a week.
What he doesn't understand, America and Russia is already at war, Boosie. It's called a proxy war. When you give Ukraine all the weapons, when you put sanctions on a country as big as Russia and as powerful as Russia, you are waging war through proxy. He doesn't understand that. Once again, Boosie's not a dumb nigga, but he is extremely ignorant when it comes to this.
9 years. What that show for black women in the United States and the vice president as a black woman.
Once again, Boosie said the vice president is a black woman. She is not a black woman. She is a woman of color. And since when have women of color ever gave a fuck about the Negro woman? They never have and never will. Once again, Boosie has no idea what he's talking about. He's yelling like a scorned woman for no reason.
You're supposed to be on the front line. You're supposed to be on the front line to get that black woman out of jail.
This lady can't be on the front lines to do anything. Every time she speaks, there's a gaffe, there's a mistake, there's a fumble. Her and Joe Biden are two of the biggest fumbling, bumbling idiots you've ever had on the front lines of president and vice president of the United States of America. So, I mean, I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm gonna let him finish out.
Now, damn year. Y'all fucked up in this world.
So that was Boosie. Now I want to read a little something, then I'm gonna finish this video out. This is from the Arizona Central. 2 women arrested in recent years in similar situations in Russia. In Russia, marijuana is illegal for recreational and medical purposes. An Israeli-American woman was arrested at Moscow airport in 2019. She was traveling from India to Israel, and 9 grams of marijuana were found in her luggage. Her name was Naima Nashtar, 26. She was sentenced to more than 7 years in prison for drug trafficking charges. She had 9 grams of marijuana, y'all. She was sentenced to 7 years. The BBC reported Russian President Vladimir Putin pardoned her in 2020 ahead of the Benjamin Netanyahu and Israeli Prime Minister moment in Moscow. Now, Brittney Griner could get out, but it's going to take a trade. It's going to take some negotiation. But America and them in that war. But don't they gave her 7 years. Will Brittney Griner do 9 years? Absolutely not. She won't be. But she wasn't over sentenced considering what they've already done. It's a New York-based film student was charged with drug possession in St. Petersburg for allegedly taking medical marijuana into the country, in the Moscow Times report in 2019. Andrea Lorber was denied she arrived in St. Petersburg on vacation. Authorities found 19 grams of marijuana on her. She said the drug was for medical reasons and showed the prescription to the police and said it wasn't valid in Russia. Lorber spent more than a month in detention. A court in St. Petersburg fined her $15,000 and $230 and guilty. However, not all convinced Griner arrest is just simply enforcing the drug laws in the Cannabis Council. In this case, Russian authorities appear to be using alleged cannabis possession as a pretext for holding prominent Americans as leverage. Brittney Griner must not be used as a pawn by Russia. We urge the United States government to use all available channels to secure her speedy return home. Now look, I told you before, America and Russia are at war. Whatever they can use, they're going to use it. If you Brittney Griner, when you get back home, I guarantee you'll be standing for every goddamn Star Spangled Banner, national anthem, every single thing else you can possibly stand for. Was she over sentenced? You can say a little bit. A year or 2 from what they gave the other lady 7. They gave her 9. But you got to realize America is doing everything to crush the Russian government. Everything to crush the Russian government. So, look, Brittney Griner, she'll never do 9 years in prison. No, she won't. They'll eventually make a trade for her, but she might have to sit down and do some time. When you go, this is some advice to everybody, not just black. When you go to other countries, you better know what the laws and rules and regulations and stipulations, and you better see what the political landscape is before you take your ass over there. But I just wanted to make a quick video, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. I just took y'all some one hell of a don't be fucking with the Russian government ride. Peace.